What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
So, I mean, you're not insinuating that,
That
that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
Y'all not Vivica Fox trying to expose 50 Cent for being a deal brother. Everybody knows that 50 and Viva hate each other's guts since they broke up more than 20 years ago. But the mess just blew up all over again. Viva claims that 50 Cent is secretly gay. This is kind of shocking because 50 Cent is known for exposing Del rappers, mocking them and calling them zesty. However, according to Viva, the reason 50 has been going on and on about it and why gay people live raunchy in his head is because he's secretly one of them, and she claims to have some receipts, while 50 Cent of course is not here for any of this, and he went off on Viva shaming her for trying to out him. Y'all need to get in the room on this drama because these two are serving up some fresh brew of MC.
But he a swish. That's why he's always able to call other on being a swish. Birds of a feather flock together.
That's true.
Game recognized game. There's no way in the world that man understands that much about homosexual dealings in the industry, is constantly calling people out, and he ain't seen none of it personally.
Y'all, I don't know what's been going on between 50 Cent and his ex Vivica Fox, but these two are back at it again, dragging each other for filth and being messy. I mean, it has been 21 years since their relationship ended, but these two still hate each other, as if they just broke up last week on real bad terms. It probably has something to do with the fact that 50 Cent pulled a jerk move and publicly broke up with her on a radio show only 8 months after they started dating. You mean they don't date it for 8 months, and 21 years later she's still tripping? But y'all know what they say, he'll have no fury like a woman scorned. The two began dating in 2003, surprising everybody who knew them. They were complete opposites, but as the saying goes, opposites attract, and the first hint of their budding relationship came at the BET Awards. From 50 Cent made a comment about Viva's dress during his speech. You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress. Applause. Music. To y'all, she was cheesing extra hard, trying to get her a young Tinder. Well, some people say that was the moment she fell for him, and honestly, it's not hard to believe that because like I said, she was swooned. Now, one thing led to another, and before we knew it, they started dating. They made their public debut at the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards, Kay in the red carpet, holding hands. Talk about a very hard lunch. But the fans had been speculating, and this proved them right. Their relationship was the hottest topic, and so were their careers. It was a crazy time back in the early 2000s, and 50 Cent was one of the hottest rappers on the blog because he had recently released his album Get Rich or Die Trying, which sold a crazy 12 million copies worldwide. Meanwhile, Vivica Fox was killing it on her acting career, starring in major movies like Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, To Can Play That Game, and Kill Bill. So back in the day, these two were one of the power couples in the industry for their little 8 months, so obviously they were in the public eye all the time, but didn't mind because she was already head over heels for 50 Cent. Let her tell it, especially because he was treating her like a queen at the time.
You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress too.
50 Cent seemed to be in love with Viva too. He was even planning to propose to her badly. Was he in love with you very much? I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is here. I found out later that he wanted to propose to me, so that's why okay, what was supposed to be a 12-carat engagement ring turned into a pair of earrings, and all because Viva made 50 angry, and he changed his mind about the proposal.
Filled my entire house with my favorite flowers, which were Casablancas and gardenias.
he's very romantic, and he's like a big teddy bear. And see, I know that side of him, and he's very sweet and very kind and gives the best hugs.
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. So that's why.
Right, okay.
And after that, their relationship crumbled as quickly as it started, with many factors playing into it. The lack of privacy and going public too soon were some major red flag issues. Because like I said, they were everywhere, and everybody had their noses, and 50 and Viva's business. The age gap was a problem too. She was 38, and he was 27, and let Viva could tell it, that showed him his immaturity. But if you think that 50 sometimes acts immature now, and he's a whole 48, can you imagine how immature he was at 27? Well, 50 was even talking to everybody about their love life and everything that they were doing, which definitely bothered Viva, because who wants to have their intimate moments broadcast in front of the world? Definitely not Viva.
You turn the 12-carat ring into a pair of earrings?
Yeah.
He has embarrassed Viva in the front of the whole world by telling everybody he didn't even officially break up with her. He just stopped calling, ghosted her. But if that wasn't bad enough, he went on and on about how she was only using him for publicity, which is wild because we saw him make the first move on her.
Man, my love life is great.
Is it like the first time, though, when Vivica gives you the go-ahead and says she's going to get naked in your bed? Is it awesome?
Yeah, man, it's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No,
like,
no.
Is she loud in bed? Like, does she make a lot of noise? Does she make
But he went on, and you know, that was his way. You know, we really loved each other a lot.
However, she was not here for him, trying to score cheap points by claiming that she was using him for publicity. Via couldn't stay quiet about what 50 had said, so she wanted to let the world know she wasn't using him for publicity anyway. Their relationship, didn't work out, but the press lasted a lot longer than the relationship did so. I mean, why do you think the press does that? Why do they vilify the woman? Because when I read that stuff, I was like, it's so rude. It wasn't the press, it was him. It was him. He was like, she's exploiting me. She's trying to use me for, to get publicity, and which was so not true. I was about to be in a film with, winning actors, and I've been acting for years, but I just considered that ghetto love. That was his way of dealing with him. But even though 50 was the one who broke up with Viva, he was still being extra petty after he'd even dissed her in some of his songs, like in his song Get in My Car, where he said my game F with the Bieber until she thinks she wife spent her life savings in the date cause she likes me, commitment from me, each not likely went out Viva. I thought I was on to something, but then the next week, nah man, it was nothing. He made it seem like he wasn't even committed to Viva the whole time, making her look bad in front of the whole world, and Viva was hurt by the song. She described it as heartbreaking and humiliating. Trust for me how I felt driving down the street and it would come on the radio, that song, yeah, or the game rapping about me, yeah, and he was his artist at the time. That was awful to live through. It broke my heart, but I still loved him. But a couple months later, he reached out to her to try to fix things, claiming that he had turned a new leaf, and blah blah blah. He even asked her to be in his music video and let bygones be bygones so that they can move forward.
dump you?